This is where the big boys play, huh?
I'm back. And I'm back for you. I'm not gonna lie, I'm back for me too.
Who are you to doubt El Dandy? Because this guy's a serious professional.
Bowl 3, the moss-covered, three-handled family Gradunzel. I am Sir Michael Cole.
You there, sitting at home. Acknowledge me.
Number 4, armbar.
This ain't no disco. Ain't no country club either. This is the 3 Count Thursday podcast. So let's go, baby.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It is Thursday, November 24th. We are glad to be back with you for another week. 3CT. We hope that you are enjoying your day. However you are celebrating today, we hope that you have a very, very good one. We promised that we would not be live today, and we are not. We are celebrating as we will, but we wanted to make sure that we got some new content out to you this week. Make sure you head over to 3countthursday.com. That's where you can find all of our social media links, our YouTube page, our merchandise over at tpublic.com, and everything else 3CT related. We appreciate the support as always. We are thankful for all of you. All right, let's go around the room. We'll start with Ryan. Ryan,
How you doing?
Oh, I am so fake stuffed from eating so much Thanksgiving food today. Whew. Let's talk pro wrestling. We watched a lot of it this week, boys.
you actually probably watched more leading to this episode than you do in a normal week. So, to be fair, that part wasn't a lie. Matt,
You're not wrong.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Didn't have to clean the dishes after Thanksgiving because Big Jim came by and did those for me. Appreciate your efforts.
You're welcome.
Just enjoy the Hottenstein dance party and worried not about the mess. So happy Thanksgiving to all. I hear Kirby's enjoying the Hottenstein dance party.
Yeah, goodness, Mark.
How you doing?
He's wild. He's a wild animal. He's covered in fur. I'll tell you how I'm doing. I'm just sitting here thinking about getting off of these antibiotics. How about stop eating when I'm full up? How about them transparent dangling carrots, Jim? You ever think about them? How about that ever elusive kudo? Thank you, India. Thank you, terror. Thank you, disillusionment. Thank you, frailty. Thank you, consequence. Thank you, silence.
What the hell is even that?
Oh, it's
That
Thanksgiving.
was so
I'm thankful.
Canadian of you.
Well, the Canadian Thanksgiving was in October, Smokey.
I think she's Canadian, right?
Hey,
Who?
Alanis.
Alanis Morissette.
I think you're thinking of Avril Lavigne.
All right. Tim.
How you doing?
We're gonna find out.
Much like one of my favorites of all time, I'm thankful for my polka dots. Happy Thanksgiving to y'all, even though I am probably, by the time you're watching this on Facebook.com/3CountThursday, I am already in bed because I'm asleep.
Are you Black Friday shopping tomorrow, or are you just passed out from the turkey?
I think there's a button on your soundboard for this.
Oh, well, which one? There's a
He
lot.
just played it though. What the hell is even that?
No, but
Who Black Friday
Go ahead.
more?
No, the chances.
Hell no. That's the one.
What are the chances you Black Friday shopping, Tim?
0.0.
That's what we're looking for.
0.0.
I didn't know. I thought maybe you and Mark were going to make a day out of it.
Now,
I
would you?
wouldn't mind.
Are you not Black Friday shopping digitally either? Or are you just
Probably
not going to stores? Okay. All right. I mean, I think the day itself is kind of dead anymore. It's the 2 weeks prior to Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
That the day of really isn't a big event
most
anymore.
People have had their Black Friday deals out since it's Halloween.
I find the word doorbusters offensive personally.
Do you? Do you?
Not everybody has doors.
Doorbusters.
That's true. That's true. We should think about those without doors.
Those with tents, you got the flap butt. Nope.
No doorbusters. You got flap busters. That's what bears do.
Is it? I didn't know that.
That's Smokey knows about that. He attacks a few campers, terrorizes them just to keep them on edge. What do you mean you're not preventing forest fires?
I'm not a bear.
You're not. Well, you're walking.
If I knew at 39 years old, I still have to be dealing with fucking Smokey the Bear shit. I'd have never smoked a fucking cigarette in college for the first time in my life.
There you go, kids. Don't start smoking because you may meet somebody like Mark one day.
And then you will ask, who is Smokey the Bear? Because that is about as dated as everything else that Mark says
Now,
on
that's
this
not
podcast.
true. Smokey the Bear has a Twitter account, unless Elon Musk banned him.
But is he
You
on
know what?
Hive?
He probably did. Let me find that out. I bet.
That's a good question.
Matt,
I actually might
Smokey
still
Bear.
follow. I might still follow Smokey.
Vox Populus, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I have a question, Big Jim.
Yeah.
Besides, how you doing? We're in this weebly wobbly timey-wimey situation right now.
Yeah.
On this day, is it on this day or on that day?
I'll be on 100% honest. I forgot to on this day at all.
How about we just make up stuff that we think might have happened today?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ooh.
Tim, you want to start?
Sure. On this day for possibly November 24th, 2022, Elon Musk has actually stepped down from Twitter, citing he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And in his place is, surprisingly enough, new Disney CEO, former Disney CEO, Bob Iger.
Bob
All right. There we go.
No, not Bob Seger.
Yes, he turned the page. Oh,
you know
gone
what?
too soon.
I got one. Bob Seger actually, in a counter move to the Twitter move, became CEO of Facebook today.
Ooh,
Bob Seger.
Bob Seger.
I have an
Hey,
on
can we
this
go
day.
back to the whole?
Hold on, Mark. Matt's got one.
All right.
November 24th in 2002, Bret Hart actually got news from his doctor that it wasn't Goldberg's kick that caused him to have so many issues. He's just a fucking dummy.
Oh, that's hurtful.
Kirby liked it.
Kirby didn't like it.
Kirby liked it
He
a
likes
You
lot.
know
it
what,
a lot.
Kirby? That's rude. That's rude.
He's over there licking his doodads.
he still has his
Is
doodads
there a
at this
Viking
age?
horn going off somewhere?
I'm also hearing a Viking horn.
Or is that a siren?
I'm hearing
That
a
was
siren
a,
somewhere.
Oh, is that
And that means there's trouble. I might have to go.
We have it on sound effect, Mark. You don't have to make the noise.
you don't have to do it, Mark.
I'm sorry.
We have it
Hey.
capsulized forever.
You know, can we go back to when Matt was talking about Smokey Bear being on Hive? Of course he's on Hive. Because that's where the honey is, and bears like honey. We can't just overlook this.
I
Well,
think
you killed that segment, Mark.
we
Next.
certainly could. Yeah, thanks.
Hey, did you guys realize Alanis Morissette's middle name is Nadine?
Nope.
That's common knowledge, Mark. Come on.
But she is Canadian, right? I was
She
right
is
about
part
that.
Canadian. Part Canadian age. She was born in 1974, June 1st. Almost on
Did you-
this day.
How are
Did
you
you
part
know that-
Canadian?
That I don't understand either.
Yeah.
I think her mother was an American.
Where was she born?
Let's find out here. She was born in a hospital on a cold summer's evening.
Like, you can't be part Canadian. or part American, right?
Right. You're like you can get
That's
dual
what I
citizenship, but she was born in Ottawa, so she is
Ottawa.
Canadian.
Okay.
It
She
was
is
on a warm day. Well, I would assume it's
Canadian
warm. It was
American.
first.
It's
So
probably
Mark-
a warm summer's even. On a
Maybe.
train bound from nowhere, she met up with the gambler. They were both too tired to sleep.
God. All right, let's start this episode. This past weekend was all out. I think 4 of us at least watched it. I don't know if the Super Box got it or not.
I'll be honest with you, I couldn't find it on the Super Box.
Wonder why.
I guess
And then I
Tony's
kinda
legal
forgot.
team was working hard on this one, huh?
He was working hard. I went to see that Black Panther movie instead.
Oh, there you go. Does anybody want to start off with anything that they thought was must see from this show?
Did you say must see?
Musk.
Musky. What was musky?
Was anything musky from this show?
Yes, MJF's win for the AEW title was very musky.
Hey, fuck you. I can take a press conference and say fuck 17 times, and people
Boy,
are going to
he
think
could,
I'm
huh?
fucking edgy.
Exactly my
Tim,
point.
you
that
were
I've been
so
making this.
right a couple of weeks ago. I apologize. You were so right.
Oh wow, Ryan, you've changed your tune completely.
Cheap ass heat. And then the fans are going to cheer it. He's no Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's not a guy standing up to the authority. He is better than you.
What?
You know it.
Fucking hit that goddamn what? He's fighting with
upset Austin.
the journalism, the journalists and the media. I can't fucking get the fuck out of here. Lame. Didn't like it. One of the worst decisions that AEW has done.
What?
The fans liked it.
That's
Other
all
than
that
that,
matters.
which
in
I
the
don't
end,
understand
right?
why.
I guess that's all that matters. What are they going to do though? They're going to have to present him as a face.
He's a heel.
Yeah, I mean, I will agree. Yeah, I would definitely agree. The match was musky. I saw the presser today because I didn't watch the scrum, but I was just like, boy, awful liberal with the F bangers there, huh? I mean, it was.
And we say it here.
Oh,
we're no prudes to the F word.
I love the F word. It is one of my favorite words.
But that was beaten to death in his 3.5 minute.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
No offense.
Man.
Yeah, like I'm watching the show and it wasn't bad to me, but like it wasn't good. It was just a show, right? Like
I feel like this was their worst pay-per-view.
I'm glad I missed it.
I blame you, Mark. I think it's your fault, actually.
I feel like the pay-per-view
worst.
I feel like it was just full of just like good
Gear.
to a little bit better than good matches. Aside from AEW thinking they're doing the right thing by putting 3 women's matches on the card, but really the 2 before the main title did a disservice to the entire division before it even got there. Tony Khan has a superhero in Jade Cargill on his roster who he continually on pay-per-view puts in these 50-50 matches where she gets her ass whooped the entire match, and then eventually, somehow she pulls out. But then when I watch Dark Elevation and I watch Dark,
pulls out. She had a hell of a wedgie, and she couldn't help.
She's out there just killing people left, right, and center. But when it comes to pay-per-view, she's got to take all this offense. Like, no, have her beat people up, just smash people, and
Right.
then.
Damn, but Susie Indie Wrestler is not
Don't give a
Nyla
shit.
Rose.
I don't give a shit.
But
And
like,
then-
they're doing the
and then
Goldberg streak. Could you have imagined if like Goldberg would have like just ran through people on on Nitro and then gets to the pay-per-view.
He
and
did.
It's exactly what Goldberg did, isn't it?
Goldberg smashed Raven.
He took out Hugh
on
Morris.
Nitro.
Right, but did he get
He
the pay-per-views?
smashed Hulk Hogan on Nitro.
Right. But then did he get the pay-per-view and like struggle to beat countless people?
Sick boy.
Yes, but
Reese.
also But by the time Goldberg was like struggling, he was 112 and 0.
Well,
He was 114 and 0.
I'm agreeing with the point.
And he had that Bret Hart multiplier.
It's like the Powerball. But then, and I'm gonna ruffle some feathers here. A fantastic
Well, it is Thanksgiving.
feel good moment. Saraya, she's cleared. She's back in the ring. A big victory for Saraya. Boy, I don't need to see a Saraya match ever again.
Give the man his ding.
It was that bad.
Like, I get that she's
my
rusty. I get it's been 5 years. Like, I get all of that. And I get that the only person you can put her with is Britt Baker. But Britt's not leading anybody. And Saraya's just trying to figure it out again. Like, I don't want to take away from the moment of Saraya getting the
that's
thing
all
she
that
loves.
was supposed to be, though. I don't think anyone was looking to see a classic Saraya Page match and her wrestle to her ability. It was just more the moment than anything else.
Right, but then we get the finish that we get in that pay-per-view where like she gets beat the entire match and then she just musters up the will to like hit 3 consecutive finishers in a row.
Here's also
That's
my
a weird name too. Ram Saraya. That's a weird name. Ram Saraya. That's an odd name. It's not the Rampage anymore, right? What do they call it?
It's Good Night.
Oh, they're just calling it Good Night.
Yeah.
Oh.
like another
That's Good Night, and then the what do they call the page turner?
The Saraya flipper.
Nightfall.
Okay. Like
What
the
they
other
called,
thing that I thought was weird, and I didn't
Nightcap. That's what they called it.
I didn't think there was any chance that Saraya was losing. But like I thought the decision to have Britt Baker be the like, you know, I've been like the you know what pillar, for lack of a better word. I feel like that's been beaten down in AEW or like with AEW fans, but like she's been one of like the originals. She carried this division and all of this like through the pandemic, and then Saraya beats her.
Saraya her.
Like I don't know. It just felt like an odd.
But why wouldn't Saraya lose? She hasn't wrestled in 5 years. Saraya comes back and just comes up a little short, motivates her more. Then we can actually have her beat Britt Baker. That makes sense. But to have her come back and beat Britt Baker, a former longest reigning AEW Women's Champion, it's laughable. It really is. It's not good booking, I don't think.
Now, I just looked up Page Turner, and a video came up with Xavier Woods and Brad Maddox. So I wouldn't recommend it.
Mark.
I thought it was a finisher. Well,
No.
Oh God.
Inappropriate, Mark.
Come on.
I made
Allegedly.
a mistake.
Thanksgiving, for God's sakes, Mark.
Allegedly.
I'm sorry. You're
Unheard of. Unreal.
That's unbelievable.
well. We can talk about stuffing if you want.
Go.
No, let's
Stop
not. I
it.
think we should avoid that.
Like, or do you call it dressing? Not
Well, it's
dressing,
the same-
Jim. Not dressing.
It's
There's
the
the
same.
dressing.
It's the same thing. It just depends on where you prepare it.
So it's dressing if it's outside the bird, but it's stuffing if it's in the bird, or it's spilled.
Correct.
That's right.
I'll be darned.
Yep.
So I've been
Okay.
making dressing, but I've been calling it stuffing.
You and everybody else.
Yep.
I'll be darned. This year I won't.
Another problem I had with the show,
Put a bowl of ranch out.
it was the trios championship match.
I thought that match was fine.
I thought it was the best you could get.
Was it the match of the night?
No.
Was somebody? Wait, you're going to tell me Jeff Jarrett was the best match of the night, aren't you?
No, match of the night was Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm.
Okay, I can agree with that.
Now let's talk turkey for a minute.
but okay, I'm sorry, I interrupted you about the trios match.
The trios match, I thought it was really good, except for the fact that later on in the night they tell me that now we're going to see up to 6 more of this match, and it completely makes what I just saw irrelevant. It neutered a really awesome finish. Match 1 of a best of 7 series saw a good guy use a hammer to win. So by the time we get to match 7, everyone's going to have automatic weapons, right? Like it's going to be back to back, middle of the ring, 10 steps, turn, fire. That's just the natural progression, right?
I mean, sure.
Now, Jim, you saw a good guy with hammer because he didn't know there was going to be 6 other matches at that time.
Correct.
But Tony Khan did. And Tony Khan made the decision.
He made the decision backstage. Don't you listen? They made it backstage during the broadcast, Tim. Their graphics guy whipped up all those graphics.
That's right. Wrestling is real. I'm sorry.
He decided.
You're right.
He decided, well, that match was really fun. Let's do 6 more.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Do you think Tony Khan cries at the end of pay-per-views at the end of the night?
Yes,
absolutely.
Once like that Coke wears off, he just
absolutely
gets really sad.
Allegedly.
The Greek Freak!
Brian, the Coke can't wear off if you never stop doing it.
Ah.
It's perpetual in his system, in perpetuity. But yeah, like for a show being called Full Gear, I feel like it never got into Full Gear.
Did it ever get out of park? Was it a neutral?
It wasn't in neutral.
It was a neutral parked on a hill.
It was like in third.
It picked up some speed every once in a while.
Yeah, like
you enjoyed,
I might have moved
Tim,
the card order
more.
around a little bit. I thought the pre-show was some of the best stuff of the whole day.
Damn.
I loved Eddie Kingston and Jun Akiyama. I loved the 10-man tag. I thought
the only thing
Ricky
I saw
Starks and Brian Cage was good.
The only thing I saw in the pre-show was Eddie Kingston's promo after the match, and I was like, they should get him to count down before every show. Just like that was fantastic.
Eddie Kingston should just count down anything
and everything.
It's almost like they should push Eddie Kingston. I don't know.
Well,
crazy,
I
right?
mean, he got to wrestle his dream opponent at pay-per-view. Not on pay-per-view.
Right.
But to me, the 3 matches we got for 0 Hour is exactly what a pay-per-view buy-in should be. Matches you want to see, matches that will draw you in, and that's what they did. I was confused by the start of the show with the cage match being first.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it kind of goes to the theory of, start hot.
But it was hot because it was a cage match. Not because it was the hottest stuff. Like, to me,
I feel like Jungle Guy's pretty over. He's pretty hot.
He is, but Luchasaurus is not.
Well, that's true.
Do you think his career is almost extinct, Tim?
I mean, I think we're not going to see Luchasaurus for a while. I don't think there's a place for him right now, because I think Jungle Boy Jack Perry is going to move on, and with Christian being hurt, there's no place else.
Yeah, I mean, what's there for Luchasaurus?
We gonna roll out the corpse of Marco Stunt.
So what you're telling me is probably Wednesday Luchasaurus versus Samoa Joe
for the TV title.
For the TV, yeah.
For the TNT title. So he basically has 2 TV titles at this point, is what we're saying.
Yeah, he's double TV champ.
Double
Yep.
TV.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense.
It's like UHF and VHF.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see what they do with MJF now as champion. I haven't completely soured and like Ryan has. Ryan's gone to Tim's side. I'm curious to see, because this was the moment we've been waiting for, right? Like this was the buildup. This was the thing that we wanted, was MJF as champion. I'm glad Hayter won. I will say that. I am glad Jamie Hayter won.
Jim, Sean Spears sent out a pretty interesting tweet during the show. Do you recall what that was?
Oh, it was
because we found out. First of all, we found out that he blocked us.
Right. Sean Spears says, I've never tweeted at Sean Spears, so the guy vanity searches his name. I know I've tweeted that I'm not a fan of Sean Spears. But let me pull it up here on an account I'm not blocked by him.
Time is one of the very few things we can't create more of. Make sure no one is wasting yours. Pals.
Right here. No, I got it. The quote interim stuff is bullshit. You're either the champion or you're not. I mean,
it's still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
Although he may have blocked him from that tweet himself.
You have to scroll down a bit.
It's one day. Got it. Yep.
Back on Saturday night.
Like, great for Jamie Hayter, but when are they going to just strip Thunder Rosa? Like, I'm a Thunder Rosa fan, but how long are we going to allow this to happen?
They talk about that in the press scrum.
Where do I find this press scrum?
It's on YouTube. They literally go live immediately after the pay-per-view. It's what I want on YouTube. YouTube.com/AEW or whatever.
And what is that rated? Can I bring my children or family or my grandmother to watch this?
I would not.
Will there be Harshies?
There's plenty of Harshies, especially if MJF is hijacking it.
I can take this fucking shit.
I guess when the fucking boss speaks like that, what's his matter?
Well, that's true.
But they mention that Tony Khan has reached out to Thunder Rosa multiple times, trying to see if she's ready to return. Apparently she's not, but he mentioned that.
So Thunder has responded back, "No, I'm not ready."
Right,
he cannot get a hold of Thunder,
and he's giving her a lot of rope. And I hope she doesn't try to hang herself with it, proverbially. But he does mention that there is a need for a lineal champion for the women's division. And if Thunder Rosa can't come back in an adequate amount of time, they'll find a way to give Jamie Hayter the opportunity to become the lineal champion. I don't know what that opportunity
I was going to say, what does that even mean?
Well, here's the big problem might be Thunder Rosa might not get cell phone service in the graveyards of Tijuana. So can we cut her a break?
Okay, I mean, she's on Busted Open like once a week.
Yeah, they could just
the service is pretty good.
They could just have one of the Busted Open guys ask her. But
pen a note to Bully Ray, he'll find his way there.
Somebody will have to read it to him, but
yeah, well, that's true. I mean, look, if they do away with the interim thing, I'll be more than happy about it. I've never really liked it from the beginning. I know we disagree on it, Tim. Because to me it's just like let the new champion be the champion, and when the returning champion is healthy and can return, they get the first crack at it. Like, to me, that just seems so simple and easy versus the mess we're seeing now, or having to do some sort of goofy unification thing. Like, I get they're trying to be different, and that's fine, but I don't know. I've never liked it. So and here's something I never thought I'd say. I 100% agree with Sean Spears. So
That makes you a perfect 10.
that does.
More like a 12.5, but whatever.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts from Full Gear before we move on to the wrestlers of the week? No? All right, let's hit it then.
Since John Moxley and Cesaro, way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy, and Saturdays on NBC. These five guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. 3 Count Thursday brings to you the wrestler on the week.
3 count. Wrestler of the week. Smokey, we're not there yet. This is wrestler of the week.
It's all right. You're a bit premature, but whatever. Week 32 in our wrestler of the week standings. We do have the People's Champ. The pick came from good old Devin this week. Congratulations, Devin, for beating everybody in the scorecard for Full Gear.
What did he beat everybody with, Jim?
You know.
Well, I guess he really measured up this week.
Well, I think it's more nobody else could measure up to him, I think is what
That's probably right.
I think is what it is. But Devin selected Kevin Owens this week. Big return from the phantom injury that Dave Meltzer reported on the SmackDown. And is now taking part in a match this upcoming week. So,
is that the reason?
I guess. I don't think he did anything else this week. But yeah, that's what it is. But before we forget, this weekend we will be doing another scorecard. So Devin, sorry pal, you only get to be the People's Champ selector for 1 week. I mean, I guess you could beat us again, but digital.prowrestlingscorecards.com. Create your account, join our faction with the invite code 67AB.
This is Tim's pay-per-view to finally win one and be able to make good picks for 4 weeks or whatever.
There you go. I believe
in
you.
No,
I believe in you, Tim.
This is way more than 4 weeks because there's not another pay-per-view until the Royal Rumble.
Holy mackerel.
Oh my goodness.
Winner of this gets it for like 2 months.
We don't do NXT ones or Ring of Honor?
No, we haven't done NXT or Ring of Honor in a while.
Well, shit.
Well,
yeah, this is a big one. So you want to get in?
I mean,
on
if we want to do NXT or Ring of Honor, that's both of those shows are December 10th.
We're all together that day, aren't we? Anyway,
but even then, December 10th, you win December 10th, you're still champion for like a month and a half.
Yeah, well, we'll decide when we get there.
Yeah.
We're poor planners.
That's a lot of Haystacks Calhoun picks.
Yeah, it is.
Haystacks could be wrestler of the year.
You could
play
be.
my cards right.
You could be. Does anybody want to lead off with their picks for the week?
They're all probably similar, aren't they?
Probably. So why don't you go ahead and start us off, Ryan?
Go ahead, Mark.
All right. So first of all, for number 5, and then coming at number 4.
One of these days, he's gonna write stuff down and he's gonna remember what he said.
There's no. You know what chance there is of that happening, Tim?
0.0.
Go ahead, Mark. They were up there for a minute. You should have seen them, right?
All right. Episode number 5, I put in Connect. Number 4, I have Listen. Oh, there they are again. So number 5, the new Squared Circle Women's Champion, friend of the show, nice young lady. She was born on October 6th. That's Gypsy Mac. That's National Mad Hatter Day, 10/6, by the way. BTW. So I gave her a number 5 slot here. And then we got number 4, the Samoan Joe. He won some TV titles. And number 3, we have Carrie Sane. Does she go by Sane or is it just Carrie? But anyway,
it's just Kyrie.
Kyrie. And you got to yell it because it's capitalized.
Kyrie! It's just Kyrie! She won the first ever women's IDJPWXYZ championship. over there in Japan. Her. You know, and number three, we had two. I have that MJF. That's Maxwell Jacob Friedman. He's the AEW World Champion. He beat Dean Ambrose. And number one, I got that Jamie Hayter. Her. Hayter came in here. She's the AEW Women's Champion. Barbecue sauce. Her. Number one.
All right.
Her.
Who wants to go next?
All right, I'm already over the segment. I'll go.
Go ahead, Smoke.
Death Triangle. They're still the 3-man team in Impact. Speaking of Impact, Trey Miguel, he's the new X Division champion. Samoa Joe, he's the Ring of Honor TV champion and the AEW TV champion. MJF, he is the new. The F stands for F word. And then Jamie Hayter won the ladies' belt.
Perfect. Tim, you want to go ahead?
Sure, I will happily go. At 5, I've got the Acclaimed getting a match of finality out of Swerve in Our Glory, scissoring their way to victory. Number 4, I'll give the devil his due. MJF, new AEW World Champion by nefarious means, but a win's a win. Number 3, Eddie Kingston, getting a win over his idol, Jun Akiyama, in 0 hour, and then literally talking people into buying a pay-per-view for 2 minutes. And probably the most exciting thing that happened on Full Gear. Number 2, Kairi, the new IWGP World Women's Champion,
That's what it was.
winning at the Stardom New Japan crossover show over the weekend. And number 1, Jamie Hayter, the new AEW interim World Women's Champion.
All right. Matt, you want to go or you want me to go?
Yeah, I can go. So in 5th place, like Mark, I had Gypsy Mac, first ever Squared Circle Pro Women's Wrestling Champion. So congrats to friend of the show and fellow 90-day fiance fanatic who talked about it for 3 hours with Mark one night. If you ever care to listen to that episode,
That
it's
just
broken
ended,
up
actually,
into-
right before we hit record.
broken up into 12 segments, so you can take small bites.
12 installments of 14 hours apiece.
Did you guys see Angela went back to Michael?
No.
No. In 4th place, I have Trey Miguel. He was the new Impact X Division champ. Good for him. 3rd place, Jamie Hayter, AEW Women's Champion interim, but still champion. 2nd place, Samoa Joe, 2 titles now. Joey, 2 belts, the AEW TNT champ. And then in 1st place, MJF for finally getting the title.
All right. And my 5 new Impact X Division champion is Trey Miguel. Samoa Joe, double champ now, winning the TNT title. Number 3, Jamie Hayter, new interim AEW Women's World Champion. Maybe she'll just be an actual champion soon, but we'll see. We'll see what Tony decides. MJF, number 2. Regardless of how we feel about his post game press conference, still the champion nonetheless. He told me it's the most important fucking championship in the fucking wrestling fucking business, so it's got to be important, right? And then Kyrie is my number 1. So Tim, where does that leave us for the week?
This is going to sound like a bad question. Do they just not have small letters when like translated from Japanese into our words, or is Kyrie capitalized for a reason?
Words.
I don't know.
I was just curious.
No, I think it's
Is
a
it
stylized.
to be shouted?
It's a stylized Japanese thing, like Kenta.
Okay.
Kenta is all caps.
Did you see CZW's bringing Kenta in?
Kenta is going to be at CZW.
As in Combat Zone Wrestling?
Yeah, Kenta is also where is he wrestling low key at?
Kenta.
I don't remember,
He's
but I know he's
wrestling
supposed to be
low-key.
coming over to the States and he's fighting low key somewhere.
Low-key.
Any event, week 32, number 5, Trey Miguel, new X Division champion. Number 4, Samoa Joe, new TNT champion. Number 3, Kyrie, new first New Japan Women's champion. Number 2, MJF, and number 1, Jamie Hater
Arr.
for
Mark,
the
isn't
year.
Kyrie like an 80s song? Isn't that an 80s jam?
Yeah, by Mr. Mister.
Is that it, Mr. Mister? Is that
Kyrie.
okay?
Mister, he took those broken wings.
That's a different
Learned to fly
song.
again. Yeah, but
I
think
thought it was
Kyrie-
one of the Jeffersons. It was the airplane or the starship. But
Ryan, you don't get to complain when Mark goes off because what the fuck was this? You
Anyhow,
just
Smokey,
took
he was
us
talking
off.
about the Jeffersons moving on up to the east side
that's a
to a
different
deluxe
Jefferson.
apartment in the sky. I
No
said they're
new
moving
news.
on up.
Everything stays the same. Carry on.
See,
That's a Kansas song.
That's a Kansas song.
Carry on.
John Moxley
Also-
and Cesaro. Way before Gargano, there was Savage and Roddy. And Saturdays on NBC, these five guys on Facebook are gonna take a hard look. Come Thursday brings to you the wrestler.
I love
Wrestler.
that Mark's feed is like a second slower than his mouth because he never lip syncs it correct.
The 3 count question of the week.
Wow, that he almost got
He
spot
almost
on. Though.
got that one. He just like stumbled half.
Yeah, he I think he
I'm a
panicked
stumbler.
when he heard Ryan's voice. He
I did. I got a little nervous.
it's
I
okay.
still get a little nervous.
It
My
happens.
knees get weak. Can't speak
Oh my god.
when I look in Smokey's eyes. That's an 80s song. When Smokey sings, how's it go?
Oh my
Smokey
God.
sings.
Hey, look, if the Philadelphia Eagles can charge $75 for an album of the players singing, I think we could charge
That's for
75.
charity, Jim.
I think we could
For
charge like
charity.
75 cents for ours.
Heck yeah. That's well worth
And I
it.
was
Christmas
really
is coming.
considering that today. I struggled real hard to
You
not
didn't- so you
pre-order
didn't do
that.
it?
I did not.
Ooh.
No, it's like a
What are they
7-song EP.
Ryan, it's for charity.
Christmas
I know
carols.
it is, but fuck them kids.
Oh,
Wow.
what
All
songs
right.
are they singing?
$75.
So
Jim,
Put that
help.
at
What are we doing?
$50.
we are here on Thanksgiving Day. We are asking what you are most thankful for this year in
I didn't know we were
wrestling.
going into this segment. I just sound like a dick.
Well,
I'm thankful that
You're
in
not
20
thankful.
minutes I'm done.
Welcome to a glimpse
Oh.
into the group chat, listeners.
yeah, yeah. Peek behind the curtain here. So,
Oh.
what are you thankful for this year in wrestling? Does anybody want to kick us off?
I can.
Go ahead, Tim.
I'm thankful that we're kind of getting back to normal in the world of wrestling post COVID.
Well, there goes
Like,
mine. Fucking
COVID's-
got prepared one goddamn time.
well, you should have said you wanted to go first.
Yeah, that's on me.
Yep. COVID. While COVID is still a thing, we're handling it as best we can. And in turn, we're getting to be able to stand shoulder to shoulder with our fellow man or woman and enjoy some of the fights. And that's a good time. And I'm thankful for that.
I am thankful for that as well, and like the indie scene in PA, which was really hot before a couple years before the pandemic, really kind of cooled off during. It seems to be kind of picking back up here again, and some opportunities for us to do some things. But I don't need to stand shoulder to shoulder to anybody. I'll leave a couple of feet still in between myself, but it is great to be back in crowds. I will say that, and to watch a wrestling show. Anybody else?
Are you
Jim,
back
can
to
I-
open mouth kissing anybody, Jim, other than your wife?
No, I'm
That's a good way
still
to greet people.
no, I don't think it is.
Well, it depends. Like BBJ, it was a nice way to greet her.
Anybody else?
Let's talk about the Eagles real quick. I pulled up the playlist. They
God,
sing White Christmas. They sing Blue Christmas. Merry Christmas, Baby. The Night Before Christmas. Christmas, Baby, Please Come Home. Silent Night. Santa Claus is coming to town. And the way they spelled Santa Claus is with an E.
like
So
the Tim Allen movie?
Yeah, it says Santa Claus is coming to town. So it makes me wonder if it's the traditional song or if it's a little different.
We got to buy the album, Mark.
I'd like to. Christmas is coming.
It is coming.
Kids, I know what I want for Christmas.
Is anybody else thankful for anything in wrestling this year?
I am ready.
Okay, Ryan, go ahead.
I am thankful for the return of Bray Wyatt to the WWE and being able to see it live and in person.
Thank you, Devin.
Tim stole mine. I steal Devin's.
Oh, that's a shame. Poor Devin.
Unbelievable.
Goodness.
Well
sake.
done.
On Thanksgiving, Ryan. On Thanksgiving.
Sitting at home feeling a bit limp.
Mark or Matt?
I'm thankful. And let me tell you why.
Oh, God.
I'm thankful for Sami Zayn and the Bloodline. Some of the most entertaining stuff to come out.
I'm not doing that. Fuck you guys.
Two for going hard in the paint.
Well, Matt, those are your guys, man. That's rude.
Yeah, apparently.
Matt, how about you?
I'm thankful that Triple H regained his health and was able to take a large role back in the wrestling industry. I think that the company does better when he has something to do with it.
He's a difference maker.
Yeah, I mean, the couple of those things. I mean, in particular, I think the opportunity for us to get back to calling shows and doing some of that stuff that we really enjoyed, that we're getting to do again. That's something I am definitely thankful for, because I always had a blast, and not having that for a couple of years really kind of sucked. So that is something I am definitely happy about, and thankful for. And really, I had a Facebook memory the other day of when we got our first those shirts, the ones over in the left corner, when we first got those printed. And like I was thinking back to it, and I'm like, holy hell, like just the idea of some design that we had as our logo at the time actually being on a physical piece of merchandise, something that you can actually own, was just that's even that is something that I would have never thought about when we first started. So just where we are now with what is it, 38 different designs over
Hershey
on
Mark shirts.
T-Public with the Hershey Mark and the Super Chili, and
I would like to raise a point, Mark. I did some research here, and on the official page for the Eagles Christmas album, there is no E in Santa Claus. So I think you were looking at Hillbilly's page where he wrote the track listing.
You know what? Hillbilly, you're wrong. He's just upset the Skids did right one.
He's walking around with no pants.
Well, maybe Santa will bring him a belt.
God, we can only hope. Lord bless the 14 heads of cattle that it's going to take to make Hillbilly's belt, but it is what it is.
Wait, you envisioned Hillbilly a large man?
Absolutely.
Oh, see,
I thought he was scrawny.
I am scrawny and thin and with like a beard.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I have him pushing about 650.
Oh, see, I definitely have him.
No, I had him under 150.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been putting on a little weight. I have a photo I stole from him off of Facebook. I'll just send it to you.
Oh, please do. Please do.
Yes.
But
I'll put it on a shirt.
Oh my God, that'd be wonderful.
Devin
he's on a boat. Hillbilly's on a boat.
In the Facebook comments, Devin says, you can decide which one this is the truth and which was the fiction. But Devin says he's thankful for the return of Bray Wyatt to the WWE and being able to see it live and in person. So
Devin stole my answer too.
Look,
you're freaking kidding me. I'm over 2 tonight.
You all can judge who's being honest with that one.
I thought he was more thankful for the more leg room at the Giants Center. Let me redo mine.
Okay, I have 2 more to read here. Jason says he's thankful for MJF. So he and Tim, I think, would get along really well.
No,
And Mario says
I'm
Vince
thankful
leaving,
for Vince. Oh, for God's sakes.
Vince leaving, and Triple H coming back. So thank you to those who responded. We appreciate that. We appreciate the support.
Ryan, you could be thankful for your gabagool.
I love Gabagool.
The
I am
Gabagool.
thankful that Triple H is bringing back War Games to the main roster.
War games.
You can't.
War
What do you mean?
games.
You get to play it one time.
No, not
No.
during this season, Jim.
I thought it was when we were
coming up.
talking about the pay-per-view. You cannot play it.
No.
Well, no, you get to play it one time an episode.
No, that's
was-
Now
Shane
we're just
McMahon. That's
changing the
not.
rules.
That's not
Was
the
that-
rules
was that
for.
not the rules?
No, that's not the rules.
No, I thought the rule was you get to play it one time.
I thought you could
Not-
play it whenever, unless we were specifically talking about it.
I thought
He said Shane
during-
McMahon, play Shane McMahon while I have my headphones off. Thank you.
He is.
I'm
Oh,
playing
what's
it.
happening?
It's playing right now.
He
I thought we were in a
said.
truce
I
with
thought-
War Games.
Yeah, there was no War Games clip until after the pay-per-view.
I misunderstood
No, I
that.
I
That's
thought
my
we decided
apologies.
you could play it one time. It was like we were treating it like Shane McMahon.
Ryan, how have you not finished that beverage yet? You've been scraping the bottom of it for the entire episode.
At the last
Come
bit
on,
of ice.
Smokey. Bottoms up.
Sakes.
It wasn't a real slushy. It was one of those like chunky sheet slushies in like that weird machine. Very chunky ice.
Now, Ryan, you know you can buy the Philly special Christmas stickers and cards for just $20.
For $20.
Or you
Screw
can
that.
get all of it for the low price of $85, the record and the cards and
Right.
stickers.
That is
mortgage-
the better deal.
That is the better deal, but I don't want cards and
I have it in my
stickers.
cart right now.
Oh,
About to check out.
boy, you love those kids more than I do.
It's for the children.
For the children,
It's
right?
really true. Look, it's a Philly Christmas special.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Ryan.
I wasn't going to until I found out they had the proper spelling of Santa Claus on there. Mark
Well, that- I mean,
threw me
that's-
for a loop. Or sorry, Hillbilly did.
No, Bill, he was wrong.
So Ryan brought up War Games this Saturday is Survivor Series War Games. So before we get to our Thanksgiving sides Mount Rushmore, there was a post from WWE on BT Sport that had pick your War Games squad. You have to pick one from each row. So on the first row you have Lesnar, Gunther, Roman, Rollins, and McIntyre. Second row, Balor, Wyatt, Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross, and Mr. Lashley. Third row, you got Strowman, AJ Styles, Johnny Gargano, Sheamus, and Austin Theory. Fourth row, Matt Riddle, Shinsuke Nakamura, Damian Priest, The Miz, and Butch. And the last row, Dominic Mysterio, Ridge Holland, Kevin Owens, Omos, and Baron Corbin.
This
So
whole thing's bullshit. Tell me you're going to put Holland and Kevin Owens on the same fucking level. Get out of here.
You're gonna put Owens and anybody else on that row.
What garbage.
well,
Who's not picking Kevin Owens?
well, we're gonna find out, Ryan, because we're gonna do this draft style.
Oh, well, that's stupid.
Okay. So I'm gonna write down a number between 1 and 50. And the closest to that number will get to pick the draft order.
In the chat?
Or we can just say it aloud. I have it written down on a piece of paper here.
1 through 50.
So yeah, actually send it in the chat for those that can, and then I'll get Mark to give his because we know Mark
I can't.
can't get. Why do you sound like you have a piece of tinfoil over your microphone all of a sudden too?
Are you experienced?
Okay.
His video cut out there a moment ago. When we were
did.
talking about KO, I thought he was just done with the show. But
But Mark, what
He said
what
1 through 50, Ryan.
what? Yeah.
1 through 50.
1 through 50. So can you go? Yeah, let's. All right, perfect.
Move the tinfoil.
All right, Mark.
you sure didn't.
Mark, can you give us a number between 1 and 50, please?
Mark cackling with his crackling audio made that even more sinister.
I will choose a number between 1 and 50, and I'll get that, Smokey.
I'm gonna quit the podcast. This is it. This is the night. I've done it.
This is it for you, Tim?
Yep, I've hit it.
Mark, does
I'm
everybody
gonna
have a
officially
price?
announce.
Do you
I'm
think
officially
everybody has a
announcing my
price?
moving to Take 3.
No.
Oh crap. Mark, can you give us a number between 1 and 50?
I will take 40.
All
Can you
right.
disconnect and come back?
Yeah, can you do that while we're going through the rest of them? So Mark said 40.
Right.
Matt had 28. Ryan had 69 first, which is between 1 and 50. He then changed it to 3. Tim had 34. The number, if you can see, I wrote it in green. It's 10.
Maybe write it a little bit smaller.
Okay. You want me to write it? Here, let me do it. This is the same exact number that I wrote before.
You could just tell us the number now.
I just did, Ryan, but then you've got to be all assy
It's
about
10.
it. It's 10.
It's 1. Flip it the other way around.
Fuck off. It's 10.
Trying to get back on Spears' good side, huh?
Well, you'll probably never see this.
We have so much in common.
But it is 10. So Ryan, you get to pick the draft order as you were closest with the number 3.
All right. This is stupid. I want to go second.
Okay.
Can I go first then?
I want Matt to go first.
All right, Matt. Matt's going to go
The
first.
Eagles brotherhood there.
Appreciate that. I have a Philly special sticker with your name on it.
Oh, hot damn. I want Matt to go third again, and then Matt can go fourth. Let's go just the way it sits, and then Mark will be at the bottom because fuck him.
All
There
right.
he is.
Take that back. You
So
take that
there
back.
you go. You sound as normal as you're going to sound, Mark.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, how did the order turn out, Jim?
Mark,
What number am I?
it's just how you see it on the screen. It is Matt, Ryan, myself, Tim, and you will be last. So Matt,
What number did you pick, though, Jim?
I didn't get to
Pick
pick
number
one.
10.
Oh, it was number 10. Yeah.
Oh, you chose 10.
So Smokey was the closest with 3.
I'll be darned, Smokey.
Yeah.
Good for you.
All right. So Matt, start us off. We're going to be in the top row. The Lesnar, Gunther, Roman, Rollins, McIntyre.
I will
Right.
take Roman Reigns off the board.
All right.
Acknowledge me.
Ryan.
I will take Brock Lesnar
Who?
off of the board.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to run the risk of
Do it for your wife.
ticking off. No, I'm going to tick off my wife. She doesn't listen to this show anyway. I am going to
fucking
take,
texting her right now.
I am going to take Seth freaking
Oh
Rollins
my god, I hate everything.
off the list. So Tim, you have old Gunther or the Scottish Warrior himself.
I hate everything. Drew McIntyre.
All right, so intern Mark, you get Gunther
I'll take Gunther.
in the first
Now,
round.
can we? There's 5 rows. Can we rotate the draft order so everyone gets a first
No.
pick on a row?
Absolutely not.
Look, I didn't pick number 3 to just randomly do that. Mark gets the first pick.
All right, Mark. So you are selecting from now the Balor, Wyatt, Zayn, Cross, Lashley row.
Let's see. And I got Gunther.
You got
I think-
Gunther.
I think I'll take Wyatt.
You're going to take
'Cause
Bray Wyatt.
not-
Tim.
I will go Finn Balor.
Okay. So for me, I am going to go with possibly the real head of the table, Sami Zayn. Ryan.
I am going to go with a stud and a former champion. I'm going to go with Big Bob Lashley.
Who?
Bob!
And Matt. So you get
Karen
you get
Cross.
Cross. Sorry about
Don't make him say it.
sorry about that. All right, Matt. Now we move on to the Strowman, Styles, Gargano, Sheamus, Theory row.
I will take Johnny Wrestling from that crew.
All right, sounds good. Ryan?
I will take Little Spoon, AJ Styles.
Yeah, that's what I was concerned about.
Yes.
That's what I was concerned about.
I mean, you still have Big Spoon, Braun Strowman.
No, sir. No, sir. I'm gonna go ahead, and I know it's gonna upset Mark that he's not still gonna be there at the end of the round, but I'm gonna go with Sheamus with my pick. So Tim, is it Strowman or is it Theory?
It's Brawny Strowman.
All right. So intern Mark, you get Austin Theory in this round. Now you get to lead off the Riddle, Nakamura, Priest, Miz, Butch row.
Butch.
Butch.
He said it. That's his pick.
Yeah, that's
Hey, Butch.
okay. You said it twice. You're assigned Butch. Tim, go ahead.
Butch.
Dodged a bullet there. I'm gonna go Riddle.
All right.
Butch, stop looking yourself.
Is it your kid named Butch?
I was talking to the dog, Butch. That's a dog's name. Where's old Butch? Hey, old Butch, come here, boy.
I'm gonna go with the guy who never loses. I'm gonna go with the Miz.
Hi, Butch.
I'm gonna take Nakamura.
All right. So, Matt, that leaves you with Damian Priest for this round, and you can lead off the Dominic Mysterio, Ridge Holland, Kevin Owens. Why am I even?
I'll take Kevin Owens in this.
Perfect.
Round.
So Ryan, the other options are Omos and Corbin.
I'm gonna take Corbin here.
Yeah. I bet you are. So that leaves me with old Ridge, Dominic, or Omos. I need a big man, so give me Omos. So Tim.
Okay, this actually works out well because I did take Finn, so Finn can manage.
Oh, there
Dom.
you go. There you go.
Oh, come on.
And
I get New Holland.
turn, Mark. You get old Rich Holland.
Good old wooden shoes himself.
Now, Mark, who would you have taken in round 4 if you hadn't said Butch 3 times for no reason?
Let's see. I probably would have taken. Priest.
Okay. All right.
I hope he forgives me because I have sinned.
God.
Good God. All right,
Father.
let's go to this. The Thanksgiving sides Mount Rushmore. Does anybody want to kick us off with theirs?
Man, I got this.
Mark's
I got this.
Mark's excited. Mark, do you want to go first?
I'd love to go first with the Thanksgiving sides, and let me tell you what, I got to go first because I know every one of you are sitting there just drooling at the chance to pick this and take it off the Thanksgiving side.
No, we're not
a draft.
It's not a draft. It's just Mount Rushmore.
Oh God.
Oh, I thought we were drafting.
It's just your personal best.
It's
four.
not a draft. Turn up the heater then. I'm sorry. The air conditioner stays in the window.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I thought we were doing a draft.
No.
Okay, so Mount Rushmore. The Thanksgiving sides. Now the Cornish game hen is already the main feature.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I'm not as excited now.
Do you need a minute?
No, I can go first. Let's see the sides. So first of all, if you're gonna make stuffing or filling, it ain't stuffing or filling on Thanksgiving if it ain't got the Hodecker celery in it. Everything else is just second best. So you get yourself some Hodecker celery. If you missed out, it's too late. Go to the celery farm. Go find them. Take a shovel. You're going to need it, buddy. They're closed on Thanksgiving. You're in deep trouble. You are in trouble. You didn't think ahead because this past Tuesday at Woods, that line wrapped all the way down Area 5, made a left by Area 2, and it came back down by the men's restroom. They had Cleveland out there directing traffic. It was wild. But anyway.
Mark, where were you at? Area 51?
The last time I was at Roots, Hodecker Celery had like 14 bags of celery on their table, and that was it. Mark paints this like. Has anybody seen Hodecker Celery? It is like a small wooden green table with a few bags of celery. It is nothing special.
Highest
I was
volume.
so disappointed.
Since the Crazy Fudge Lady left, that place has the highest volume of sales. Crazy Fudge Lady retired to Aruba.
$7 for
So,
a
Mark,
fucking
it was-
heart of
so you're-
celery. Get out of here.
I'm lost in your celery soliloquy here. Is your number
Mark
one?
is etching celery on the side of his mountain.
Is it celery or is it stuffing? Because I thought I remembered hearing the word stuffing.
Oh yeah, it's stuffing or filling made with Hodecker celery.
Okay,
There's
so
little-
now number two.
And number two, I think I would go with carrots. Fresh glazed carrots. There's nothing like some glazed carrots.
Mark, these are your top 4 choices.
In the history of everything.
Absolutely love carrots.
If
Gotta
he
have
says
them.
cranberry sauce, I'm leaving.
What do you glaze them with?
Well, you glaze them like a
Don't
honey
ask.
sauce. You glaze them.
Holy Jesus.
You ever see like when you go to the
This-
Krispy Kreme?
If this guy says peas, I'm out.
Nah, heck no. You don't put peas and carrots together, Tim. Cheapers.
You
What kind of monster
dumbass.
are you?
Dude, they
So I
sell
would prob-
peas and carrots in the same can.
Yeah,
and
but
only
this is just
idiots buy
carrots.
those.
Well, I'm not saying
I'm an
saying
idiot.
they're good. They just sell them.
Really getting
Cheapers, no.
Cheapers, no, Tim.
Mark, can we get to your number 3?
Yes, Dennis. The third is potato in literally any form, but I got to go with mashed. You take the. I've often seen potatoes whipped, but they just can't be beaten. And let me tell you another thing: when you get those mashed potatoes, you put a little bit of butter in there. Got to use whole milk. Don't be putting that skim milk in there.
Mark,
You're
what's
gonna get
number 4?
Yeah, I'm the bitch.
Number 4 is I'm gonna go succotash.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God!
That's a lot of vegetables. Can't go wrong with succotash.
I don't know what my picture's gonna be.
That's Kim Levin.
That's
She
right.
loves
You weren't here
succotash.
last week. I
I
put
got
Kim up for you.
succotash. I got baby glazed carrots. I got stuffing.
I'm actually happier that I'm not
The
been
worst
invited to the Heart
Mount
and dance
Rushmore
party.
of side dishes I've ever heard.
Can somebody redeem us? Anybody?
Yes.
Go ahead,
try.
Tim.
Tim can try.
So Mark had one good thing on his list, and whether there's Hodecker celery or not in it, a good stuffing. Number 1 on the list. Number 2.
You're gonna
Number
get a good
2.
stuff it in the snoot if you don't have Hodecker celery.
Sweet potato casserole. Number 2. Sweet potato casserole. Number 2.
Right
Number
this
3. Number
Dying
3.
Zoom.
Number 3.
Zoom.
An extremely mashed potato. I love mashed potatoes. And then number 4.
You broke them.
Number 4. I'm going to go with, now this may be the questionable pick of the entire round, but I
Not
don't.
of the draft.
Yes, but on my Mount Rushmore, my questionable Mount Rushmore, I'm not taking gravy, but I
Gravy.
am going brown and serve rolls.
You're not
Okay.
taking gravy.
God, I love
Gravy's
rolls.
off probation, Tim.
I love the brown and serve rolls. Those I'm okay with
So
that,
good.
Tim.
Because if you don't cook them, if you overcook them, they're unedible.
They
You
are
can't
they
eat
are
'em.
just burnt and trash rolls as
But
opposed to brown and
if
serve
you
rolls.
cook them perfectly, they're almost a yeast roll.
You ain't lying.
He ain't lying.
You ain't lying.
He's not lying.
He ain't
All right.
lying.
Can you repeat the question one more time for me? I want to make sure my list is appropriate.
Your Thanksgiving sides, Mount Rushmore.
Not a draft.
All right.
Shut
Not
the
a
window.
draft.
Stuffing is absolutely a number 1, the top of the list. I will. I had originally put corn down, but Tim swayed me for sweet potato casserole with the glaze and some marshmallows. So
Corn.
I took corn off. I took corn off.
It's big
It's a
hunk of
beautiful
gobs. It has
I pulled
juice.
corn
it
off.
has juice.
It has the juice.
I in 8 years, I don't know if I've ever heard Matt so disgusted.
Of all things,
Acting like I'm putting ketchup on it or something.
You may as well.
Just buttered corn. I took it off. I put the sweet potatoes there. I love slopping gravy all over my plate, so I will blow gravy number 3. And number 4, this is a stretch. I'm gonna fucking go deviled eggs.
What?
More of an appetizer, but I'm eating deviled eggs all day long.
That's an appetizer, side dish, and like post-meal snack, Ryan.
Give me all the deviled eggs.
Do not be ashamed with that. Matt, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
I can go next.
Gravy.
I'm right with Tim and Ryan in the sweet potato casserole. Some apples, some marshmallows. I'll pile 3 helpings on my plate.
Apples. Let's get to the core of this matter, Matthew.
Fucking, I sure wish I didn't say anything. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Matt finds apples very appealing, I'll have you know.
I'm not on the mashed potato train, though. My mom makes cheesy scalloped potatoes, which are fine. But, I mean, you can't go wrong with a potato. I don't have gravy on mine because I don't sit and guzzle boats of gravy all day.
Gravy's
but I
probation,
do
Matt.
have dressing, stuffing, filling, whatever you want to call it. Hodecker celery or no, it's got to be on the plate. And
Matt,
number
what
4,
can I do to get you to stuff your bird with Hodecker celery this year?
Can we get some stuff?
Number 4, I have mac and cheese because that's always a solid staple as well.
Can you talk to Lauren about stuffing your bird with Hodecker celery, please?
I will not.
Can I talk to her about stuffing your bird with Hodecker celery?
Just with celery? Like
she's a married woman, Mark. We can't have that conversation.
That's weird,
Sorry,
Mark.
you.
That's weird.
You put the breadcrumbs in there, or the bread cubes.
I've never
chop up some onions.
Some walnuts.
I mean, I do put celery in. It doesn't have to be Hodecker because I'm not paying $7 for a heart of celery.
And worth it. You cook it down anyway.
You live in York. Like you would have to drive out to Lancaster.
And we know how well Mark does in delivering food to you. Mark, if I ask you for Hodecker celery right now, I think I'll be lucky to get it for Thanksgiving.
I just got a summer blueberry whoopie pie yesterday. That thing was so dry, it was horrible. It was fucking horrible.
It's dry.
You can use it as a doorstop now, Jim.
No, not anymore. I still ate it.
Use it as a hockey
You
puck.
sure did, Big Jim. What's your Mount Rushmore?
All right, my 4. I'm leading off with stuffing. Absolutely, 100%, without question. It is number 1
with Hodecker celery.
My number 2 is it's just the classic mashed potatoes. I've warmed up to sweet potatoes over the last couple of years, but mashed have always been there for me. My number 3, because I love this one, particularly the crunchy Frenchy fried onions that sit on top of it. I'm gonna go with the green bean casserole, and then
for me.
And then
Just
Ryan
barely missed the cut for me.
I mean, it's better than corn. But
great.
It's hard. No,
it's got the juice.
If green bean casserole's made right, it's got some juice in there too. And my number 4, Ryan, I'm with you on the deviled eggs, and I'm gonna go special with those ones that my stepdad makes with the little bacon bits underneath the yolks as a little surprise for you.
It's under there.
Surprise.
It's a bacon.
So green bean casserole. What do you put in your green bean casserole, Big Jim?
Well, green beans.
The cookbook's coming out next year.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The 3 Count Thursday cookbook.
Next year. 3 Count Thursday cookbook and 3 Count Thursday calendar. We're gonna get Charlie to shoot that one.
Oh man, I'm gonna be Mr. October.
Sure.
It's yours.
You fucking kidding me? You're just gonna give him October like that?
Yes.
He'll forget.
That upsets you.
He's old then. Anything else you guys want to?
There's 5 of us. We need to do 2 group months. We'll group October if you want.
Yeah, we could do October because
you group up. You group up the 4th of July. You group up July and you group up December.
I like that.
Well, I mean, a few of us have October birthdays, so it has to be a group one, I would say.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do like a 3-person October one. We could do the Shield.
That's fair.
That's
true. That'd be all right.
There you go.
Be the Shield. I call dibs on Roman. There we go.
Well, you got the longest hair.
Wow.
Anything
These aren't
else?
nudie calendars, are they? Because we want to sell them, right?
We haven't decided that yet.
That's fair.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for checking us out every week, but this week in particular. We are glad to do this while you celebrate your holiday. Make sure you are following along with us at 3 Count Thursday, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok as well. You can get us on YouTube, get us on all podcast platforms. Head up and get our merchandise over at tpublic.com. We would appreciate that as well. Podcast merchandise makes great holiday gifts, by the way. Sales over there all the time. And lastly, again, we hope you had a great holiday. We will still have a Tuesday podcast coming out next week, but we'll be back live, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube next Thursday night to start the month of December. Until then, stay safe, stay smart, and go for the pin.